Hello, I'm Shane, and this is Pebble-Ology. What I have here is a stone that I had found at the Utah Dugway Geobeds, the same place as the last video stone that we had done. And this is a soft stone. You will see at the end how it polishes really well. I'm fast forwarding this section to spare all the viewers the lengthy time that it takes to cut it on my tile saw here. It took about, I'm guessing about 20 minutes to get it to a good enough shape to put on my sphere machine. But you can see that the process is very messy. Yeah, you gotta get dirty if you want to make spheres. So here it is after all the cutting, and here's my little hobby sphere machine. I have the sphere cut and ready to go to place in it. I have these PVC cups that I use that have these diamond studded beads that aggressively grind it. I have water dripping on top of it to use as a lubricant, and I use these rubber bands to adjust the tension. And sometimes I need an extra rubber band, and sometimes I don't. So it takes a little bit of time to get it to where the sphere will stay in there. You can see right here, I didn't have the right tension, and this is a reality as I use this little machine. So as I add a rubber band, you can see that the blank it stays in the pocket where the cups are doing a good job of grinding it. So after I go through that process, I noticed that there were some high spots and some low spots, and that is due to this stone having soft spots and hard spots. And I have to bring the stone back to my tile saw to even out the surface so that I can continue the process. And then I put it in this process where I use these other cups that hold a pad, these polishing pads. And this is at a 50 grit polishing pad. And this does a much finer job of getting it to its shape. You can see also that there's these little dimples throughout, and that's just the way the stone is. I can't chase those forever, otherwise I wouldn't have a stone in the end. So after that process, I believe this is a 100 or a 150 grit pads, polishing pads, and then I start the more refined process of polishing. And you can see here that I continue to use water as a lubricant for the pads, and it also is a good vehicle to weigh all the dust and other parts that are being polished off the stone. It just gets them out of the way and keeps the area clean. So I finished that process, and I actually go through 2 more processes that I actually skipped. And if you are interested, you could look at my last video that goes through all the different steps. But instead, I just fast forward and go to this final step, which is, I believe it's a 3000 grit. And the stone right now has more of a waxy finish. It's not quite as glossy, but it is very smooth to the touch. And so I will sit this in here for an hour, and you can see how it's moving. It just moves very smoothly when it's finished. And of course it's wet right now, which makes it look extra glossy, but you will see here as a finished product. Alright, here's the final product with this mystery stone. It came out very nice. It came out very glossy, lots of different colors. Some of the interesting features are, you can see that in some of these parts it's very transparent, and you can see fairly deep down in the stone. It also has this crack that runs through it that is also filled in with a transparent material, and you can see pretty far deep down in there. It's very interesting. It's like glass down in there, but structurally, structurally, it's a strong stone. It just has very interesting features. Let's see if we can. That's about as far as I can go and make it focused. But yeah, this stone turned out well, and it will make a great piece to a collection. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe. And if you have any comments, again, as I've mentioned before, if you are familiar with the area where I found this at the Utah Dugway Geobeds, comment on what mineral this is so we can all know. All right, thank you. Bye.